Alrighty, turn 14, December 20th, 1941. Let's see what kind of trouble we can find this turn. Oh, got a free base there just as I'm landing on it. Nice. I have gotten crappy. Only one decent auto flip base for me has happened. The rest have been like, oh, yeah, gee, I don't really want that one. I wish I knew the mechanic behind it. Oh, we're gonna finish this guy off? Yes! Alright, the other sub. Looks like he caught a piece of him. That should be enough. We should hear breakup noises here. No! There they are. I'm guessing that tanker was carrying oil. Because we didn't get the fuel burning sign report, I guess. Coming landing here at Jesselton. Unloading more supplies, supplies. Alrighty, movement phase. There we go. What is that Pakoi here? Alright, couple merchies looks like. This should be a quick fight. 4,000 yards. Come on. Destroyer's ripping into them already. Come on, waste the where's the torpedoes coming? You know they're coming. You're gonna waste. There they go. Alright, it's 2 torpedo hits on that one. 3. So he should be sinking any moment. Alright, let's hit the other one some. That one's sunk. There it goes. Put some hurting on this guy. There's the torpedoes. Nice. And there goes that one. Alright. Wasted some torpedoes, which probably didn't need to use, but oh well. 2 more allied AKs to the bottom. Weather's being kind to me again, I see. Blocking half my bomb runs. Hitting the airfield here at Johor Beirut. Wow, 1 airbase hit. Severe storms. Jeez, this weather's killing me. Bomb the troops here at Nanning. Hoping we got I got the base force, not what I wanted to hit. Just hoping to get the 52nd Corps there. Oh, we got a piece of him too. There we go. This guy's targeting him. There we go. Chinese base force in the middle of nowhere. Where is he heading? Alright, hit the fortress at Georgetown. Hit it again. Chinese troops in the open. Sallies do a good job of hitting them. Got the little Anns and Luzon, Bomb and Clark. What? Not really sure why he's hitting the troops there. Alright, more Chinese troops. Good job on the Idas. They can't carry many bombs or any size. More Sallies. The group army, but up, that's it, okay. Oh! I really need to get some fighters down here. I'm gonna make a note of that right now before I forget. Alright, let's continue. That is not who I wanted those zeros to escort. Alright, morning phase is over. Not bad, we didn't get much big action, but we'll take it. Sunk some Chinese AKs. Damaged a lot of Chinese troops. Hit the Brits at Georgetown. Hey, look at that, more weather. Come on, miss. Yes! Coming from Ambon. There we go. And does not look like my air headquarters at Bangkok yet. Had to go in with bombs. Alrighty, not bad afternoon phase. Offensively, we didn't really accomplish much. We made a couple runs. We ran on the ships at Rangoon, but didn't hit anything. Got a landing going on here at Jangis. Nothing to see here. Looks like he has a battalion of troops there. I believe I'm landing a special enabled light force there, which is like assault strength about 60. Should be able to handle the battalion easy. Take my free Chinese base here. Here we go. Come on, take Nanning. Oh yeah. We should take this one. 3-1, yes! Where's he running? Where are they running to? They ran east. Okay. Oh wow, look at that. 166 squads destroyed and non-combat engineers destroyed. Alright, all three of those units are mauled completely now. And we got Nanning. Take Tavoy, undefended here. Should take some islands now. Come on, surrender, don't run. Damn, they ran. The only reason I didn't want them to run because I don't want to have to chase them into the freaking jungle. Next couple should be these islands here. Should all be easy takes. There should be no enemy troops on them. Oh, he's attacking that Nanchang. Interesting. I should maul him here pretty good with that division sitting there. Yeah, 1 to 2. Yeah, 2,800 losses. Look at that disabled. That's pretty much an entire Chinese corps disabled. There's the third island. Alrighty. Airfield size 4, excellent. I can now base land base. I can put sallies in that there without any penalties. Start moving my larger bombers out of Southeast Asia, Indochina, into Burma. Not Burma, into Malaya. All right, overall, decent turn. Had some little bit of surface action, some bombers, some good bombings. Took some decent bases. Nanning is probably the best one that we took. Just need to get more men and more locations. Then we can, keep pushing while we have the advantage. All right, turn is over. I'm gonna go ahead and be back in a minute or two. We will discuss the activities of what happened in a little more detail. Alrighty, well, not a super exciting turn, but we got some good things happened. We took some good bases, so let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go to intelligence screen. Score, we went up a couple hundred points. Allies came down. I lost another point in army, but they lost multiple points. Let's check these things out. It says 5 aircraft lost today, 3 Japanese, 2 Allied. We lost 2 to Flak, 1 to Ops. He lost a DO-24 and an Audax. I wasn't sure what an Audax is, but it is a bomber, Commonwealth bomber of some sort. So I'm not sure where he's using those, but I'm guessing probably either India or Australia. Next aircraft groups will be on the light carrier Shoho in 12 days. Yeah, it says 23, but carrier is being accelerated, so that'll be in less, right about half. And then looks like towards the end of January for our next real support. And looks like they're mostly naval. Okay. Let's go look how many pilots of the 3 planes we lost. All 3, nice. Alrighty, 3 planes, 3 pilots. We can't handle that. Ship sunk. The 2 AKs we killed near Pakoi. See what's coming sometime soon. We got the tanker. Well, go ahead and fix that now. We don't need that accelerated. Don't want to waste the extra shipyard points. So we'll get a nice 11,000 ton tanker next turn. 11 days we get a bunch of ships. Ground reinforcements. In a week we get a part of a naval guard, and then 4 days later we get a bunch of stuff. Bunch of larger base forces. A Hong Kong detachment will show up in Hong Kong to take over garrison. Another part of that naval guard. Special Naval Light Forces, and my first new brigade. So ground, we just did that. Go into production, take a look, make sure nothing is glaringly wrong. 5 zeros, 4 Kates, 3 Oscars, 3 Vowels, 1 of everything else. Looks good. Devices, still building a bunch of support, building a bunch of infantry. Got 141 in the pool. Wonder what it's. Oh, it's probably building up to replace something maybe. Building howitzers, AT guns. Yep, that all looks about right. Alrighty, we're done with this. Let's go ahead and bring up Combat Reporter. Close all these up. We'll take a look at them. Here's our surface engagement at Pakoi, where we caught those 2 Murchies and sunk them. Here's our sub-action off of Java, where we found tanker Strix and put another torpedo into her. Then like a moment later, we heard breaking up and sinking noises, so that tanker should be gone. My guess is it was either empty or I'm guessing about a 75% chance it was carrying oil. But it's hard to say. Nothing in the other. Here's all the ground combat we had. This is the one that kind of stands out as odd. The Allies attacked us here, right in the middle of China at Nanchang. I'm not sure if he didn't realize I had that many troops there or what the story is. But he ran right into, you know, if you look at pure assault strength, we're pretty even, only 170 points in difference. But once you add in the firepower and the artillery and make some leader checks, it really comes out much different. They got 1 to 2 odds, really closer to 1 to 3. We made our leader checks. We were not prepared for this area and low experience. He got no bonuses or negatives. We had 213 men and items wounded. They got 2,830 killed and wounded. You can see a 289 disabled combat squads. That's a lot. That's probably one of his corps completely gutted. Now it won't just be one being taken most of the brunt, losses here, but one of them will be combat ineffective right now, and the other 3 will be weakened. You see, non-combat took a hit, engineers took a hit. We killed some guns of his. So overall, that was a good combat there. I'm surprised he attacked, but maybe he was good. Maybe he thought we didn't have nothing there. Amphibious landings. You saw where we landed. Deaniks and Jesselton. That's the new ones for this turn. There's nothing at Deaniks, I don't believe. No, I mean Jesselton at Deaniks. Looks like he has a Filipino battalion there. We should be able to push that right out. Air attacks, once again, mostly one-sided. He did get a few bombers in the air from Ambon to Sarong, trying to hit some ships here unloading supplies. He missed both waves of 3, which we got a little bit lucky there. So I have a note here to try to get fighters down there. Well, next time he brings these bombers by, we will try to kill them. For a good laugh of the day, we got our signal intelligence here. For those of you who mostly play Allies, you find this tab, this report very useful. For those of us who play Japan, it's pretty much either we don't look at it, or it's pretty much just a joke, because it's not very useful. Look, top one, heavy volume of radio transmissions at San Fran. No shit, it's a huge naval base. Then at Auckland, once again, no shit, it's a huge base. I'm not sure where Petropavlovsk is, but that's a Russian base, so it doesn't really matter as much. You got Cyan and Vancouver. Once again, nothing really useful. The only time anything really useful gets in here, if you get like a heavy volume or a radio thing somewhere in the middle of the ocean. You want to maybe take a look at that, because that could be a large convoy, or maybe the Allied carrier Death Star. So you might get a little bit of forewarning there, but overall, the signet for the Japanese side is useless. The operations report, go through the unknown, which is just a compilation of everything that doesn't fit in another category. In here, I like to look at my transport planes, make sure they're working if I have jobs for them. We're transporting garrisons around in Manchuria, transporting supplies to Ankang, resizing some float planes, and 1, 2, 3, 4 units took on upgraded devices. Task force detection, a submarine. Supposedly the SS Picaro is reported to have been sunk near Busuanga. I believe that's one of the Philippine bases or islands. So it's probably a survivor from the Manila Harbor raid on turn 1 or turn 2, trying to escape, and it just sunk. Sightings, replacements. All my Bettys are back in the pool now. The Dinos are moving that way. The 3rd, 34th Division takes replacement devices at Shanghai, so it's getting bigger. Lost a pilot in a landing accident. That's one of the 3. There's my maintenance on my planes. There's bases that we captured and that auto-flipped. The top one there is an auto-flip. The rest are combat actions that we captured. Intel or any kind of base improvements, airports, ports, forts. You only ever see your own forts. You never see the enemy forts being built, but ports and airfields of enemy bases will show up because it's pretty hard to hide that. This aircraft damage, actual combat here. Losses, it says, let's see, shows 3 AKs being sunk. So the bottom 2 are the ones we just sunk, and the Tantalus sunk near Manila on the 13th. Might have been one of the ones that hit the mines. Might have been ones my subs damaged. It's hard to say, but we'll take it. Coast Watchers, another kind of joke report for the Japanese. I'm not sure where they get these Coast Watchers at. I think they just round up bums and drunks back in Japan, ship them off to these wild, crazy, foreign coastlines and say, here's a radio, here's some binoculars, here's some food, water. If you see anything, report it in, and they report everything. It says there's three ships in port in Wenchao. That is a lie. There were 2 allied ships near Pekoi. We killed them. It says there's 1 ship in Pekoi. I don't believe that. And it said same report there again twice. As the Allied, I believe the Coast Watcher, which is based on the historic Coast Watchers that the Allies set up in pretty much the South Pacific, I believe. They get some pretty good intelligence off of this. Kind of like the SIG intelligence for them. It is a useful report, not so much for Japan. Arrivals are new, ships, planes, units. This turn we got an AMC. This one comes with a float plane to be taken off and sent over to Hiroshima to be enlarged, and the AMC will be put into hauling troops. So that's the combat report. Let's close that. Let's come back over here. Let's start going through across the map and looking at stuff. So as usual, I start up in the upper left or in the Burma area. Looks like my battalion has made travel to Hex now. It's been moving for quite a while, but it's going to be even slower because going west. Let's double check because the map doesn't always show everything correctly. Yeah, there is nothing from this hex to that hex. This is going to be a slow moving hex. We took Tavoy there. Looks like everything, the resources and the industry came intact. We got another regiment here. We'll be beating on this fleeing base unit. We'll probably destroy it, but we might just drive it north. We got our cavalry guys riding up through the jungles on their actual horses. Yes, it is that kind of cavalry right there. And the picture doesn't lie. It is horses, not tanks. Looks like it'll go to the next base, next hex, next turn, which is we own it, and then we'll start moving up and getting up here. More here moving, more troops here moving. We're unloading still here. It's not done. Mostly unloading all that fuel because I don't want these ships carrying it. Fuel on a ship is just a fire hazard waiting to destroy the ship. Unloading a base force here. Okay, our troops made it into Georgetown. No shock attack, which means we must have had enough to push a river crossing, our water crossing here. So we will be going a full deliberate attack here. That's why you saw so many bombing runs over here this past turn. I was trying to soften up the troops, so I thought for sure we would get a shock attack, but we did not. So we will take the base next turn. We got a bunch of artillery here. A Naval Guard unit and our Imperial Guards division still moving in. Looks like our troops have made it to Kuala Lumpur. No one home here. But we will take this dot base, and then we will keep on moving down here. Finally, we'll get to Temulo eventually, and we will complete the rail section here and be back into the fight. Let's see. Not much going on in the south. Doesn't look like he's coming out. Got 20 units there. 9 units there. I don't have any recon on Singapore and very little on Johor. I don't know if the weather is really screwing with me, or if I just don't have the recon assets in theater, or they're just too far away. I believe Patani went up to a level 4, which will let us base a lot more aircraft here. Maybe I need to move some Babs or something over here so we can start reconning the southern part of Malaya more accurately. Got subs. They're slowly being repositioned. Nothing going on in Sumatra or Java yet. Looks like the carriers are detected. Little bit, no, little bit. So it looks like he has an idea there's something here. He might just think it's all of the carriers. We will be landing, I'm not 100% sure, but probably Kuching and Singkawang next turn. And once we capture this corner here, or at least Singkawang, which has a decent sized airfield, that'll open up our invasion into Sumatra, which I like to kick off with Palembang itself, because that's the most important base there. I have a division prepping for it. Yep, you heard it, a full division. I will land it there, and I'll bring some tanks in so you can take these other bases quickly. We will most likely chase any survivors to Oosthaven, and then we'll make some barges appear, and we'll come across to Merrick, and then we'll head into Batavia. But that's weeks down the road. Once this corner is out and we start landing here, it opens up the invasion of Borneo. As you can see, I already landed here at Jesselton. That should just be a fragment of a base force. We should be able to kick its ass pretty easily. We'll see. I got more troops coming down here. These guys are heading back to get more troops. Yep. Just more task force everywhere, doing a bunch of different things. Loading up more troops at Samoa. These troops are coming down. Ships going back. Hong Kong is completely secure now. There are no more mines. Heading back for more troops for Luzon. I took that last island base. We will load up and either drop off on the dot base just to finish it off, or head back, drop these troops off onto Luzon. They can form back up into the 33rd Regiment. Last turn, I got troops moving. You can see they're heading to Clark. They're heading to Iba. So I got troops from Lingayen heading to Clark, from Manila heading to Clark, and from Lingayen moving over to Iba. The goal is to land here and here, and then with troops. Then when we attack Iba and destroy these troops, they will not auto flee it back into Clark. We will actually destroy them, and then all we would have to do is worry about Bataan then. Bataan looks like it's fully healed the runway, which means you can build forts, but Clark is still beat up. Last time I sent all my bombers into to support the attack on Nanning, which was a success. So the bombers, the long-range naval bombers, the Nels, the Bettys up in Formosa will come back and start bombing runways in Luzon again. Keep those pinned down so they can't build any forts. I landed here last turn, and then auto captured it. Thanks. Like I said, we get the crappiest auto capture bases. Came up here out to Naga here from Legazpi. We will hop on the rail and then come join the fight. We took Porto Princesa here. I will probably jump over here and take Tete. I'm guessing these are more merchants. Good. Do I have a combat? They have nope. Where's my combat task force? Right there. Okay. We might be sending him up north to intercept them. These guys will pick their troops up, and we will either hit like North Borneo here, like Sandakan or Tawa, or maybe land it all on Zamboanga. Take that base. Or just dropping off support, the rest of the supplies here at Minado. Then we will pick this regiment up because we need him elsewhere while we bring in smaller forces and base forces to hold this and turn it into a nice airfield for us. Why can't we oh, he came down this way instead of this way. Okay. Why didn't we hit him with the carriers though? Moderate rain maybe. Heavy rain, that's probably why. Alright, we need to bring these carriers down here and catch these fleeing ships and kill them. Our next goal in this area here is gonna, of course, be Ambon. Possibly we might come down and grab Bebo and Borella. We will grab them for sure eventually, but I'm not sure which is going to happen first. These islands all down here will all eventually fall, but they're not a high priority. There's nothing big down there. As normal, Babel is loading supplies, men, whatever's going on, shipping them all south. Fleet coming back from Shanghai, dropping off those engineers. Let's come down south here. I'm not sure what. Okay. Nope, we loaded up the men. We will continue to pop up to the bases, grab the last two bases on the northern side of New Guinea. Then we'll pike them down and grab Madang. But the reason we're doing it this way is because this here is the invasion for Kavieng and Rabal. Got more troops coming out of truck as well. Some carriers sitting in the area just to make sure everything's nice and safe. He's not spotted. Over here, nothing's going on here. Stone having them fully unloaded, coming here to pick up troops and move them elsewhere. Truck is becoming busy. We're finally at Wake. I'm gonna start unloading the supplies, and then we'll bring troops back because we don't need all those troops there. Base forces heading down to truck. And Japan is just I don't want to say a hive of activity because currently at the moment it's not. We are running several convoys for resources. We are producing everything that our country needs for the war. We're upgrading, expanding float plane groups as normal. Over into China. Nanning was a big conquest for us. Gives us access to Lai Chu. If we take this base, it'll almost cut Wu Chao completely off. And if I start cutting these off, it cuts everything down here off. Which is good for me, bad for them. I will probably keep pushing east, pushing these troops ahead of us. I don't necessarily want to, kill them, because then they reform in Chongqing in 30 days with a third of their strength for free. But it's gonna happen that we're gonna end up killing some units, so it just is what it is. This is where he attacked us at, and we gave him a good spanking. Looks like he's moving more troops in there. Well, so am I. Yeah, see, my people are barely fatigued and not much disruption. My people are in great shape there. Behind level 4 forts, was it? Yep. In fact, I got another division heading there right there. He'll be coming south too. That might be enough for us to start pushing them out. I'm bombing these guys here, all three of this area. Wind childs at 9 out of 10 detection still. I don't see anyone there. I think he abandoned it. I'm not really sure why. I got a unit here on its way, a regiment here to capture the base. That'll be a nice boost. Has some heavy industry, a bunch of light industry, resources, manpower. It's just a nice base to get. Especially if I get it for free, that means none of it will be damaged. Unless he's sitting, 1 hex away, waiting to attack back in. But I just don't see that's gonna happen. Up north here, we got troops across the Chengchao tank regiment. We will take that base. And then, I'm not sure exactly, we'll probably move up to Luoyang and clear that. He has two units there. I got like 600-700 AV, assault strength, assault value of tanks alone in right in this area. I feel it'll push right through that. He's running. He might start running. Then I'm pretty sure we're just gonna take these 2 bases, head over to Nanyang, take that, because that'll free up the supply run to Ankang. A little long, but it frees it up. And then we will head up the road to Cyan with my tanks and take that. That's a nice oil base that we can take in light industry. We take that from him. Then we'll backfill these little dot bases. Some of them have resources in the industry, some don't. Once we take this, it should cut all of this off. All these units he has here will be in jeopardy of being, wiped out. I'm honestly surprised he hasn't pulled these guys back yet. I'm not sure what his plan is here, unless he plans on leaving there for me to kill, be free teleport home to Chongqing, and the free third of the strength back. Chongqing is still going great. I'm reconning it daily. Like I said, the entire Air Force seems to be here. He has 17 units. I thought he had 20 last turn, but maybe it was 17. I could check him. I'll reload last turn and look. I'm pretty sure he's letting him sit here and grow fat on the supplies. So by the time I get there, they will be pretty powerful, but not much you can do about that unless I bomb them, and I don't really want to bomb any of that because I really want that. I want those heavy industries and so forth. That'll be a nice bonus to my economy. So China's going good. Got to keep an eye on it. Kwangtung is just setting up all the garrisons and getting that all maneuvered. And then as I'm able to, I'm buying out units, sending them into China. And that's pretty much a good rundown of what's going on in the war. If as normal, if you have questions, come over to Jochen Heiden's Discord, pop in my channel. If you don't have access, just ask for it, and then one of the mods can give it to you. Come in, ask your question in the Discord, whether it's an actual good question, a stupid question, just a comment you want to make. They're all welcome. Other than that, if you like my videos, go ahead and please give me a like. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And we'll see you next time when we get the next turn done. And until then, have a good one.